So yeah, jobs you're interested in. Jobs you're interested in. I hope this man has been mowing lawns, oh my goodness, since the morning, 8 a.m. I feel so sorry for him. They've been switching. Hello, my name is Rindelle. Thank you for hitting play, giving me a chance. I know summer is coming up, and anyone who's finishing up the school year now, probably in high school, graduating high school, maybe in college, or maybe you're just grown like me and you need a job just period, soon. Now, summer's coming up, especially I'm wanting to do it now, especially for anyone who may be younger in high school, because summer is going to be right around the corner. It's April now. So I want to give you tips, job hunting tips, help you guys find a job, because it can be just where do I start, unless you know someone who runs a business, like your parents or something like that. You're lucky and a job's right down the street or next to you. But it's always good to get some help, and I have some hacks, some cheats, so it probably won't be as lengthy as you think. Yeah, again, high school, college, these are minimum wage jobs. It's not a law firm. It's not nursing. It's not Google. It's not something that requires a degree. It's something that maybe requires a high school diploma. It's minimum wage, like McDonald's, Forever 21, Bath and Body Works, scooping ice cream, Target, maybe even Walmart. I don't like Walmart that much, I'm sorry. Whatever, Starbucks. It's, just a job that you can just get just to make your own money. It's not a job that involves a degree that you can't even have for another 4 years. So yeah, it's while you're in school, or even if you're not in school and you're just trying to figure out what you want to do, because school after high school, it costs, I'm not gonna lie. If you're in school right now, I know you're probably still doing, still focusing on schoolwork. High schoolers, maybe even in college, if you don't have a job yet. Gosh, if you're in high school, I think the last day is June, first week of June. Just remember this video if you just don't have time to worry about a job right now, and just maybe go and watch it in May or June, because I know you're busy. All right, so when you're searching for jobs, obviously try and find a job that interests you. Even if it's just minimum wage, you can find a job that interests you depending on where you work. If you're in school, high school, maybe say that maybe you're into sports. Maybe you can coach, I don't know, someone at the YMCA or something like that. Who knows? Maybe you can be a little junior coach or something if you like sports. Or you're into cooking. Maybe you take cooking class, or you're into dance, you're into the arts, because high school, they always keep you busy, and I bet they have classes and clubs and stuff like that you probably take part in. Even Walmart or Target, they'll have certain departments, technology, whatever. Maybe an outdoors department. Work at REI if you like the outdoors. If you like makeup, maybe apply to Ulta or Sephora. Maybe they'll take you, I think Sephora, they do training. I think if I heard in a video, you can't work there unless you have high school diploma or a GED. Sephora sounds fun. I'm not into makeup, but it sounds actually kind of fun. You can make a career out of it, and help people with their makeup. So if that helps, sure. Maybe it might help you too if you're trying to be a makeup artist, or if you're in beauty school or college. But yeah, I heard somewhere you have to have a high school or a GED, and that makes sense. When you're in high school, you should be kind of focusing on your schoolwork. Sephora might be kind of demanding. But yeah, if you like makeup, apply there. I think Target, they have makeup people now in their little makeup section. I think they go by department, so you can work in the makeup section in Target. Maybe that's not as serious as Sephora. Or maybe work at a drugstore. They sell drugstore makeup, who knows. But yeah, if you like makeup, apply to makeup stores. If you like candles and soap, apply to Bath and Body Works. If you like clothes and fashion, go to Forever 21. If you like shoes, maybe be Al Bundy, whatever, work in a shoe store. I'm pretty much Al Bundy. I work at a shoe store. It just happened. I like fashion anyways, but that's just shoes and accessories. Yeah, that's what I got now, and it's doing good until I want to go back to school. So yeah, it's what I have. I'm keeping it for now. Okay, so yeah, jobs you're interested in. Jobs you're interested in. I hope this man has been mowing lawns, oh my goodness, since the morning, 8 a.m. I feel so sorry for him. They've been switching, taking places. Man, it was the same guy. Okay, also do a job, look for jobs you can handle, something you can tolerate. Just think about it. I think maybe the least likely I would be doing is cleaning. Then the second least likely is serving, most likely up there it would be retail. So I don't know, depends on who you, what kind of type of person you are. So I was a hostess at a restaurant. That is just a hostess. You're not a server, you're not a cook, but you do have to go in the kitchen sometimes, and you do have to deal with, you know, people, certain people. So if you hate school, don't tutor. Don't tutor. I'm not tutoring because I don't like the school system. I don't like, you know, how they do kids. So I'm not tutoring, not for me, at least not now, maybe some other time. If you don't like doing chores, don't clean houses, or don't work in like a laundromat. Like I think people can clean up after college parties or something like that. If you don't like chores, don't do that. I don't like chores. So, well, I mean, I don't want to clean anyone else's mess or anything. I want to just, you know, work on mine. I hate cleaning even my own mess. So like, yeah. Why? If you hate cooking, maybe don't work at a you know what? The thing about working at a restaurant, you're working around people's food, so you have to be like sanitary and stuff. I think everything has to be clean. So you might have to be cleaning and really being responsible for other people's messes, probably even cleaning up after them after they eat. I don't want to be responsible for someone else's mess. Even now at my job, I do have to clean up. I like sort out shoes and stuff. I can handle that. But yeah, I have to like go into the bathrooms every now and then. I don't do that. I'm not the best at that. Other people, they really get into it. I don't want to do that, and I don't really have to because it doesn't happen that much. It only happens probably like twice a week. Some people, they do a really good job. They really get in there with pine sol. I don't want to do that. So you might have to do that, you know, if you're especially doing cleaning. If you don't mind cleaning, you don't mind, you know, dealing with someone else's mess, props to you. You can do that. If you want to work with kids, do that. Some people do not like kids though, so do something you can tolerate. And again, working in a restaurant, my thought is you have to be sanitary. Like think if you go to a restaurant and you see the waiter, maybe you see the waiter always messing with their hair, messing with their makeup, probably biting their nails, biting their thumbs. People might look at you a certain way. I mean, I guess I might. My aunt, she doesn't even really like to see people cooking her food, and she doesn't like hearing people who cough while they're cooking her food. Like, it's that bad. So like, I mean, I want to be able to cough without anyone judging me or like, you know, looking at me funny. I don't want to not be able to not do anything. So just think about that when you work at a restaurant. If you don't like people, probably maybe work in a back room, work in a warehouse. I don't know. I'm kind of a people person. I do talk to customers on the floor. I'm basically like a salesperson. I'm not a cashier. Cashiers, they have to deal with different types of people and stuff. They're always trying to get cheats, trying to get things for cheap, asking for asking about coupons and stuff like that. And I always hear them, you know, having to deal with these people and complaining, but they're good at that. I'm good on the floor. That's why they like me on the floor. I'm not that much on the cashier, hardly. They like me on the floor. They're good at being cashiers. I feel sorry for them because I don't think they like it, but yeah. And people can be a lot, really, especially if you're like surrounded by a lot of people all the time. So yeah, do something you're interested in, but you know, think about it. Like, I like coffee, but I'm not working at Starbucks. Sometimes I guess you just don't eat where you food. I like McDonald's, but McDonald's definitely, I'm not gonna work there. Starbucks, I might. McDonald's, no. I like Chick-fil-A, but I'm not gonna work there. I like food, but I'm not gonna work at a restaurant. Websites and stuff like that to go to. So maybe you can just Google a job for teens. I'm pretty sure you can just Google. Internet is your friend for this. Unless you can probably go to the mall. And since it's about to be summer, and especially when it's about to be seasonal, say it's about to be Christmas, you want a job then, just for future reference. You can probably go to different stores. I think the mall is just the best setting because like, or a shopping center, but I go with a mall. There's stores everywhere, different types of stores in different categories, and you might find different stores you like, you know, Forever 21, Urban Outfitters, so many stores if you like clothes. So I mean, just go maybe say, hi, I'm looking for a job. Maybe ask, well, how would I fill out an application? They're probably gonna tell you just go on a website, of course, but you know, you might want to just type up a little resume. Nothing fancy, because these are minimum wage jobs. Don't break your neck over this. Sorry. I mean, it's important, but I hope I don't get in trouble for this and I don't look like, you know, a slacker. But, you know, don't break your neck over this. I don't do cover letters. I used to try and write cover letters, but I'm not doing that. Not for something that's, you know, minimum wage that I'm not getting a degree for. So if it's something that you studied for, I understand that. Or if it's an internship, I understand that. Not something that, you know, I'm not even sure if you're even going to hire me, because these jobs, they are iffy. So yeah, you might want to put together a resume so you'll have something with you so they can put a face to the name. Just, you know, say, hey, here's my resume. Who knows, they might not be hiring at the time. So that's why I like to go on the internet, because you don't even know if they're hiring. It could be, you know, your favorite store, but they might not be hiring at the time. They'll say no when they can. They can hire some people, but yeah, that's how they are. So yeah, that's why the internet is mainly my friend. So I like Indeed.com. That's where I go. Or you can go somewhere like Snag a Job. But Indeed, that's where I found my job that I have now. Indeed, it's not just for, you know, those fancy jobs like web entry clerks or secretaries and stuff like that. If you can be a secretary, I mean, you might need some experience for that. So I don't know if that's considered minimum wage. That is like upper, but yeah, you can look for retail jobs. Just go to Indeed. They have a search bar. I'll try and put up a picture. You know, search, it's like keywords. Then the location, you can put a zip code or something like that. I would just put my zip code because you'll have a convenient location. I don't think you want to go all the way across town to the mall, you know, just to go to work. You might want to go somewhere near you. I live around a bunch of shops and stuff like that, different shopping centers. I live near like Target. I live near my place, and you know, the place of work now is, I think it's better to have a short commute. I don't know if you guys, if you're fine with going all the way across town, public transportation, whatever, you're driving and you're fine with doing that. Maybe I don't really want to go all the way across town for this. If you're fine with that, just think about it. Some people might want to live close to where they work. Just type in, you can type in retail, high school diploma, type in no experience, whatever. Probably server jobs if you don't mind waiting table. Some things might come up. You can go on Craigslist too. Craigslist, they might post places. Usually it's maybe like local businesses. They might post some jobs, but the places I apply to on Craigslist, they're iffy. They don't like even communicate with me. They'll post something and then take it down when I try and like apply for it. So yeah, that's why I just go with Indeed. I would just go with Indeed now. And I'm looking up jobs right now because I want to like relocate. The problem is I haven't gotten around to like relocating actually yet. I just want to relocate. So like when I did a test kind of to test out like how jobs would be in a different area, because I don't like this area, they actually called back quickly. But I mean, I can't make it for an interview because you know, I did that and like 3 people just clapped back. One of the places was Target. So yeah, just try Indeed. So resumes, they do make it a little easier. I finally put together a resume back in December, actually. I didn't have a resume when I applied to my current job. The job before that, I didn't have a resume. I didn't feel like making one, but it's helping now. You're applying online, you make a resume. You need like a document. I don't think it'll go from Google Docs. So you'll need like a program, Word, Microsoft Word, which is, I think, comes with Microsoft Office. You can get a trial for that, I think. Text edit, I think that comes, text edit or notepad, I think that comes with, you know, a computer. I'm not sure. I think text edit's PC. Is text edit Mac? I use Google Docs all the time and I just took it into text edit. But yeah, okay, Word, Microsoft Word, which comes from Microsoft Office, text edit, notepad. I think you can probably download some free Word program, because you shouldn't have to pay just to type up a resume. I don't recommend that. You shouldn't have to pay, you know, to do a resume for a job like this. But yeah, I use Google Docs like to type it up. Google Docs is free 99. You need a word processing program mainly if you want to upload it. They don't really have you do it from Google, not the ones I've done. When you're doing it online, you have a resume, have the doc form or .txt, whatever, from the Word program. You can upload it onto the website and it'll fill out most of the application for you. So you don't have to go through, you know, skills, I gotta put this. Now, I mean, go through the website and everything like that and delete stuff, because resumes, they have like bullet points. And they have like a certain design to them. You can look up formats, Google formats, and I'm going to tell you about a website that helps. You can make it look nice. You don't have to be like Elle Woods doing pink papers and resumes.
And it's scented. I think it gives it a little something extra.
I mean, some people, they make it look fancy, but I just have like a simple one. I mean, come on. I think Google Docs has a resume format. I think there'll be resume formats in your programs. The internet is just your friend with this. Just try and use the internet. Stay off of Instagram, Snapchat, okay, Tumblr while you do this. Focus on your job. just like you do with schoolwork. So yeah, resume actually does help. Cover letters, I don't do that, so I can't help you there. You can look up probably formats and stuff like that. It's kind of like writing an essay. You kind of have to BS, your way about, this job you want. I mean, if you're interested in it, do it, say you like makeup, I'm sure you can make up something for that. But if it's just something, you need to get by, you're going to have to like be wordy and verbose and stuff like that and just have a way with words. But it's going to be like writing an essay, and I don't think that's going to be fun. But yeah, just put together a resume. Okay, the website I'm going to tell you about is livecareer.com. This is not sponsored. I don't really want it to be sponsored, and I hope they don't take this video down because this is a cheat. You have to pay to download it, but don't worry about that. So this is non-sponsored, so it's free to just, start typing it up and get into it and everything. You have to put, contact information. Yeah, you put in your email, maybe put in your address, give them your phone number. I use my mobile phone number. I don't use a house phone, no. So yeah, I think a lot of you guys might want to do the mobile phone number. They can text you. They might be, doing things with mobile phones too at the job. Have a professional sounding email, maybe. Maybe you might want one. I know they might not care, but I like to have a professional sounding email. So say your name is Tina Brown. Have it be tina.brown@gmail.com or at yahoo.com or whatever. Or Tina_Brown. Or Tina, let's say your name is Tina Bonnie Brown. Tina B. Brown. Or Tina BB, whatever. Just have it be your name, and maybe your middle name if you want. I just have my first name. I am Rindelle. I probably should have my last name, but I just don't think that's necessary. Maybe not pinksparkles@gmail.com. Maybe not Miss Bieber@gmail.com. That was so stupid, sorry. Miss Mendez, whatever. Probably not purpleunicorn@gmail.com, but they probably don't care about that. They probably don't. That's just something for me. Put an objective. Don't say I just need a job. I say to obtain a meaningful part-time occupation while continuing to advance my current skill set and interests. That's what I say. Or, while I get my way through school, come up with a fancy way to say it. And a lot of you probably don't have experience. If you do, maybe just a little thing. Maybe say you helped your parents with something. Maybe you volunteered. I'm pretty sure a lot of high schoolers probably volunteered. Or if you're, you didn't finish school, maybe you're like taking a break from college. You left college. You probably worked to get by in college. Anything, just come up with anything, whether it's volunteering, just something. If it wasn't successful though, if you haven't worked there a while, I had little jobs here and there. Like really, I only have like 2 jobs on my resume, my current one and the one before that, because the other ones were like trash. They're from a long time ago. If it wasn't a good experience and if it was short, don't put that on there though. Fluff it up. Be the best you can be on that resume. Put your education, whatever it is. I didn't finish college, but I do have some college credits. I put like courses that make me look good. So I put art history, I put pre-calc, writing. They have these fancy words in college for like writing classes. They'll say, I think, writing, research, and the disciplines. And that's really just like the second English class you got to take. Some of them I don't need to put in there. Say you took art history. Say you took maybe psychology. Maybe that might help, even if it's not related. Say you took maybe psychology. Saying you took maybe a business class, an accounting class. All those classes they have you take. Women's history, something. Especially at least have your high school diploma. Maybe just at least put that there. Whatever. Again, you don't have to do a resume if you don't feel like it's, worth it. I'm just saying. But yeah, Live Career, they'll help you come up with terms for your skills, like fancy terms. So you can type in your current job or, past job, the name of the position. So it's a fancy name. They'll say team member, probably. You're a team member at McDonald's and stuff like that because you're on there, like they'll call it a team. Because they'll see you as a team. Sales associate, that's another word for someone who straightens up like clothes and stuff like that, who works on the floor, who even works in the back room. A cashier, like that sales associate is an umbrella term for all that. And say I type in sales associate, they'll come up with expert recommendations for the names of the skills. So they'll say maybe inventory management, merchandising, that is actually sorting things out. Actually, that's one of, now I'm not saying merchandising is easy. I think you can study merchandising, but yeah, that's another word for it. Please don't get it twisted. I'm not saying merchandising doesn't matter, but yeah, merchandising instead of sorting out clothes, cash handling instead of ringing up counting money, customer service instead of just talking to customers. They just help it make it sound better. A Live Career, you had to pay to download the resume and put it up in your like Word document or something like that. Okay, I didn't do that. I didn't pay to download it. I'm sorry. I copied and pasted, the skills that they mentioned, and I kind of just copied and pasted the titles, like where you put experience. I think I copied and pasted the whole thing and then just dressed it up. I put bullet points. I'll put experience, you know, and the dates and stuff like that. That's why mine looks mad simple. If you want to pay to download it, go ahead. I mean, I don't know. I forget how much it costs, but I don't think you need to spend money to download a resume. We can just copy and paste it. I found out you had to pay to download it when I was done. Yeah, and I was like, what? Seriously? Okay, let me just copy and paste it. But they help you come up with terms. It does help a little bit, but this is a cheat. I don't like seeing people waste money. You don't even know if they're gonna hire you. They'll make up some dumb excuse saying they have enough people or we're not hiring. It's just BS sometimes with these jobs. Or they may just not like you. It may be discrimination. I know they're not supposed to do that, but I don't know. It may be because of the way you look. Who knows? You don't even know if you're gonna get this job, and I don't want to see someone waste their money try and just get a resume, and then you might not even find time to apply. I mean, you might be too busy. So yeah, anyways. Okay, the job applications, we handled that. You got to fill out your skills and stuff like that. Do whatever. You know, it helps with the resume, but you don't have to do that. Some apps, they might require you to explain why you're interested in the job. It sucks if you don't like to write. Say if you don't like to write papers and stuff like that. I mean, maybe you write stories and stuff like that. Maybe it might be better. But you know, papers in school, if essays annoy you in school, which I mean, a lot of people aren't too into writing essays. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you don't like writing essays, this is not really going to be that fun. So yeah, it can be a few sentences. Say if I want to work at Forever 21, I'll say maybe, well, I like to work at Forever 21 like it's my favorite place to shop. I'm interested in fashion, and I was working in apparel at Target, so I want a consistency in when I'm working, and I just, you know, want to support myself through school, you know, have something to supplement school, you know, be honest, but, you know, fluff it up. Hey, that's why you need to do something like you're kind of interested in, something that somewhat interests you, and so you can, you know, come up with something. All right, so application assessment, so little tests they like to do, or stuff, you know, fill in the bubble. All right, younger people who aren't familiar with this, they'll ask you about finances and government benefits or something like that. I don't need to go too much into detail for this. Ask your parents about it. Ask your parent or guardian, whoever's with you, and ask about any benefits, any type of benefits you may have received, unemployment at some time, housing, personal stuff, etc., whatever, just to be sure, so it's not like you're lying. Equal opportunity employment, EEO, something like that. They'll ask you questions about your gender, your ethnicity, disabilities. I think it's optional. You don't have to talk about all of it. I think you'll say prefer not to say, because, you know, why not? I don't know. I like to say it, so if they choose me for an interview and anyone was really checking up on that, they'll expect a black girl. So, I mean, because I don't know, if you're disappointed and you don't want to hire someone, just go ahead and cut me off then. Don't, you know, fool me with an interview and just look disappointed. So yeah, now they might have math and reading tests. Not all of them, but expect an assessment. It's going to be like a test in school, obviously, is math and reading. I'm not sure if it's timed or not. I think one I took was timed. It's on simple grammar and math. So for the math, you might want to have a pencil and paper and a calculator, just one on your phone. I think they'll let you use it. It's just simple math. 2 + 2 = what? Multiplication, subtraction. I think you should be able to do it. And you know, reading, it's just grammar, like what sentence makes sense. Let's see. The dog don't like chocolate. Okay, that doesn't make sense. I mean, you might say it in slang, but that doesn't make sense. And you correct it saying the dog doesn't like chocolate. You know, stuff like that they should have taught you in school. If they didn't, I'm sorry. But yeah, don't be alarmed about it. It's going to be like a test in school though, so you're going to have to bear with it. Now, there's ethics. What would you do? Describe yourself. That's not like a test in school. It's not that serious, but it's tedious. They'll say there are no right and wrong answers. Just tell the truth, blah, blah, blah. I'm a little iffy about it. You want to be honest, but be smart. I mean, being honest, I guess it would be okay, but it is what it is, I'll say. Sometimes I might want to, you know, sound better. Sometimes I might. So example, maybe if you see another employee stealing a product, say maybe you're working at Bath and Body Works, you see someone trying to jack some lotion or something like that. That's what I picture. What would you do? A, tell them it's not allowed, tell them to stop. B, report it to the manager. C, do nothing. D, tell another employee. I'm not gonna go up to them and tell them to stop, no, because I mean, I don't want to cause a scene and stuff like that. What if we're still open? No, I don't want to do that. Maybe report it to a manager. I would do nothing. Sometimes I just say do nothing. I don't know if these employers, they actually look through all this. I'm just letting you know what they'll say. What if you get lucky? You get called back in time, maybe about a month later. Sometimes they might not say anything, but you know, what if you get lucky? You get an interview. Usually, you know, interviews pop up. You'll get one interview and they'll see about that. Then you get another interview when you're waiting to hear back from that one interview from one job. Like you get an interview from Target, and you get Target's interview, and then you get an interview probably from Forever 21. You might get 2 at a time. I've gotten at least 2 at a time. They kind of pop up at the same time. That sucks. But, you know, I think you can handle it. So, yeah, interview. So, you know, you get an email about an interview. You get called, an unknown number probably. Answer it, because you might not know. It might be about an interview. If they text you, that would be really helpful. But, yeah, you know, hear back about an interview. Questions. Interview questions. You want to ask some, but not too many. I used to ask, like, oh, my gosh, 10 questions. But then I changed. I'm like, yeah, what's the point? I think one time I was told you have to ask at least 10 questions. And now I just ask 3 questions. Do I have them somewhere? I just really wanted to get this video up and stop waiting on it. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing this. Let's see the interview questions that I ask. Okay, I don't have the exact 3 here, but I think this is what I asked. Don't ask how much you're gonna get paid. I mean, so I think the 3 that I asked are, what does this job consist of? Is there training? And is there like a probationary period? Something like that. I used to ask about the dress code, where you know, the entrance. How do I enter the building? You know, where do I enter the building? Who do I report to? How, you know, is there a clocking in? I don't ask all that. Ask, is there like, you know, training? What's the training and what does the training, you know, involve? What is all that it consists of? I think they do explain that in the application, but just ask again maybe. And is there a probationary period? Just so you know, like they might give you like 30 days to prove, you know, that you're good enough for this. If you're messing up, you're being late every day, they might fire you or something like that. That's what a probationary period is. Yeah, just ask those 3 questions. It's not worth beating up over asking, like coming up with 10 questions and prolonging the time when they're probably not even going to hire you. They might not even hire you. So what do you need to do for them? Yeah, so be concise, do what is necessary, and I hope this helps. I want to, you know, find those actual questions. I wrote them down on a piece of paper and I forgot to look for them. But yeah. All right. So I hope that helps. This was really quick. I just wanted to hurry up and do this because I was thinking about doing this job hunting video. Maybe I'll do another one that makes more sense. Or maybe after I get a degree, I'll do one that helps. But yeah, for like degrees, because I don't know if anyone's trying to get like, you know, any job. But yeah, all right, so that was it. I hope this helps. Share this to someone who, you know, is looking for a job or needs a job. Hey, you might want to get a job.
Thanks. I'm gonna go look for one so I can stop mooching off my friends and they can get back to their life.
But yeah, if anyone, don't do that. Yeah, if anyone's looking for a job, maybe help them with this. I know it can seem like, okay, what do I do? Do I ask my parents about it? My parents don't know anyone who's hiring. You know, just trying, you know, adults, and you know, just take it on yourself. I hope this helped. If I get fired from my job, man, I might take this down, because you know, what's the point? You listening to some laid off loser. But yeah, you know, make that bread, you guys. And I know you might want to do it for the summer, and summer's coming up. It's going to be right around the corner, so you know, just think ahead. I know you're busy with exams. Worry about school first, and you know, maybe come back and yeah, follow my instructions. Thanks to anyone who's watching. I really appreciate anyone watching. Maybe comment if you watched it. I don't know. I feel like I get some views, but I'm like, who is it? Is it me? I'm trying to help, and I hope this helps, you know, help you see you get a job. Thanks for watching and share, because I'm just trying to help. All right, bye. Take it easy. Get a job.
What are you saying?